Hello, and welcome to this demo. So we've got a white onion here in soft pastel. The photo reference is by myself. I did a little shadow box just using some black foam core and put my daylight lamp, and away we go. There's my shadow box. Quick, and I took a photograph to have as reference, which you can see in the top left-hand corner. So I'm working here on pastel matte paper. I've got the wine color and I've got the dark blue. You're probably wondering why she got two. Well, for a gallery, I'm doing loads of little sets. Well, they're not really sets, they're individual paintings for £95 each. And the idea is that people buy more than one. So to save me time, seeing as I have all the colors out for, say, this white onion, I might as well do two at a time. And yeah, so I'll just change the composition around a little bit so they're not exactly the same. So that's why you can see I've got two in the start of this. So in the background, I should say the size actually, it's small, 17 centimeters squared. Yep, just something quick. And also people's kitchens are, generally speaking, smaller spaces in terms of wall space. So, and I really enjoy small paintings too. I like large paintings too, but there's something really nice, and these are also quite quick. So I can get this done. I think it took me an hour and a half to get both of these done. So that's really quite good timing. Okay, what am I doing? Dark background, putting in some greens and putting in some dark and like navy sort of colors from Terry Ludwig. And I really wanted a greenish background because I really like the combination of green and white. I think they work really nicely together. And also the reddy woodiness of the table, I really wanted to bring that out. Obviously in the reference photograph, I'm actually just using a drawing board, and that's very pale. But I've painted a brown table so many times, and I knew kind of what colors I was going for. I wanted those rich auburn reds. And again, that works really nicely with the green. So I think it just tied in really well, hence me going for a green background. Now, in terms of this white onion, it was really important to follow the shape of the onion. Such a distinct feature of the onion is that those lines on the skin. So as you can see, when I'm coming to layering in the pastel, I'm generally working from the bottom. So kind of where I imagine, I don't know what it is. I need to get a vegetable encyclopedia next to me, or dictionary, I should say. But at the bottom in the middle of the onion, where it kind of had those sprouty things, I'm kind of moving my pastels from that center point out and around back to the top. So basically following the shape of the onion, laying in different colors. So we've got lots of yellow toned tanny sort of colors. I really didn't want to, if you just went in with white, this onion would just look so flat and sad. So I'm going in with actually a range of colors. Like I said, a wide spectrum of tanny yellows, browns, creams, even a little bit of like violet grays, light violet grays. Here you can see I'm actually putting in quite a dark violet gray. There's quite a lot of purple in that gray. And note, I'm constantly following the shape of the onion. Giving everything a rub into the paper when I lay down pigment, giving a good rub so I can get lots of layers. And also I like that soft look that rubbing your pastel in gives you, rather than having lots of hard edges everywhere. That's just the personal aesthetic I really like. So I'm using here Unison, Sennelier, Terry Ludwig. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Unison, Sennelier, Terry Ludwig, and Blue Earth pastels. So when it comes to the shadow, obviously it's looking very dark, and it definitely doesn't look like that's the shadow of the onion, but I'm building it up, and I'm going in with the darkest first, which is Grey 13 from Unison. Grey 13 is like a very dark blacky brown, I would say, or like a warm black if you like. So I put that in, and then I put a little bit of Terry Ludwig navy, and I've also put in some dark 20, which is like a very dark purple from Unison. And I've mushed them all together, and then I'm starting with the table, the light parts now of the table. And I'm just working around that shadow, but you'll see as the video goes, I do also come into the shadow. So this is me taking a dark brown, number 177 from Faber-Castell Pit Pastel Pencil. That's such a tongue twister. And making like the grain of the wood that you can see. It doesn't show up very well on camera here. Also, I should say in the table, the natural earths from Unison, the natural earths range, there's 18 different colors in that range. It's all like browns. They are brilliant for wood. If I'm doing anything woody, I was going to say trees, and I was thinking I don't do many trees. I mean a table, a wooden table. That is like my go-to, is my Unison natural earths. I pull those out without fail, because they just work so well. You've got beautiful reddy browns, rich browns, goldy browns, greeny browns. They just, yeah, work very well. I can't recommend those enough if you are a painter who likes painting wood. So also you can see me now, this is me putting in, it's like a blue violet, a light blue violet sort of grey color. And then I'm going in with grey 27, which is a white by Unison, but it's got a slight yellow tint. Now, because I've got all these layers underneath, it's not screaming white, you know, because I've got those layers. I've changed now to just work on the one onion. It was a bit distracting because my shape is all wonky on this onion, so I felt like I needed to just concentrate one at a time, because, you know, if the most important part of this painting, or one of the most important elements of this painting, is getting the shape of the onion right. If the shape of the onion looks wonky donkey, that's where your eyes are going to go, and it's just going to ruin the whole painting. Doesn't matter how nice your color is, that flaw will just jump out at you. So it's really important that I get the shape right. So this is what I'm doing, using that was a light purple, a very light lilac. It's almost white with the tint of lilac from Unison, but just really focusing on getting the shape correct. So obviously where the object touches another object, that's going to be the darkest part of the shadow. So I just used a black pastel pencil to mark that in. Using different grays, again, that's a gray with quite a lot of violet in, grays that have more yellow in them, very light tan colors, and some pastel pencils. These are the Caran d'Ache. It's called Brown Olive 10%. It's a really useful color, actually. It's like a very pale green, a tan with a slight green tint to it. And I find it really useful. So I use that quite a lot in the top part of this little onion here. And also some Rembrandts. I forgot about my Rembrandts. Kind of like a raw sienna color, because the Rembrandts, I like them because they're not super soft and you can get a nice fine point with them. I really enjoy working with Rembrandts. Sometimes I forget about them though. So here I'm putting in some more of that grey 27 I spoke about, which is a white with a tint of yellow. And my trusty natural earths. These are all natural earths from Unison that I'm putting on the table. I realized that my horizon line there, or my eye level, was all wonky donk. The one side was much higher than the other side. Funny, I didn't notice it until way nearly at the end of the painting. I was like, something's not right. Oh, what's that? Anyway, so that was me just correcting it there. And you can see on the right hand side, it's more definite. And on the left hand side, I've kind of melted the background in the beginning of the table line. So if you've enjoyed this, please do subscribe. It helps me get my videos out there. Till next time, thanks for watching.